Good evening, folks. Welcome to Quest Group News Radio. I'm your host, Mr. D Quest. Now, please, as you come in the building, folks, please make sure you hit that like button, share button, and subscribe button, folks. We really would appreciate that. Now, here we go. A big game hunter was gored to death by a buffalo after killing a member of his herd. Now, let me repeat that real quick for those of y'all that don't understand. You can't make this up, folks. Now, here we go. According to news reports, a big game hunter was reportedly gored to death by a wild buffalo moments after he had killed another member of his herd. Now, professional hunter Claude Clehan had been leading a group on an expedition along the banks of South Africa's Liverpool River in the northern province of Limpopo. Now, the 54-year-old and his party had shot and killed the buffalo and were preparing to load it into their vehicle when they were blindsided by another member of the herd, the Boss-led review reported. Okay, so they was already wrapping up the first kill, and then he got blindsided. Now, another guy ran back to the hunting lodge to seek help, but the animal's horn reportedly pierced the victim's femoral artery, killing him almost instantly. All right, now people said they were working on the bushes to open up the animal and did not see the other buffalo. That's what the hunter's sister-in-law Karen said. That's what she told reporters. Now, she also added that the buffalo had been her brother-in-law's favorite animal, and he loved doing what he doing, and he loved doing what he did while dying doing what he loved. All right, now definitely. Now that's the basic story, folks. Okay, now let's go to the questions and comments so we can really discuss this story. You know what I mean? Because this dude was a hunter, but he wasn't a poacher. He leads tours and guides, I guess. I guess this is like a tourist type of thing where you come in and you pay these people to guide you out there. So it doesn't say, I guess it's legal where they was at because nobody was up. He was a professional hunter. So this isn't a poacher situation, I guess. You know, he was out there touring with people. You know, I don't know if he takes his own hunters with him or if it's just people and he just leads. I'm not sure. But let's go to my Facebook Messenger and gather up some questions and comments real quick, and let's discuss this case like that. Hi, Quest. His sister-in-law seems content that he died while killing innocent buffaloes. Now, you know what, folks? I'm not going to say that. First of all, rest in peace to this dude. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to this dude because nobody deserved to die. Now, so big shout out, big kudos to the other buffalo. Because the other buffalo wasn't having it. Y'all here gutting us, remember the herd? The other buffalo probably could have ran away, but maybe the other buffalo had baby buffaloes around. You know what I mean? So maybe that other buffalo was scared, and those people was right there in the bush trying to skin and cut the other buffalo. Trying to cut him up, I guess for meat, or I guess to skin him, I don't know. They was getting that other buffalo ready, I guess to be transported or to be divided up for meat. I don't know. I guess everybody took their pictures with the buffalo. Everybody was happy. Now, they was in the bushes, so you can't see much in the bushes. You know what I mean? But as the head hunter, you got to be on your A game, people. Because those people that you out there with, they just happy to be out there. Everybody's happy for that kill. You know what I mean? But you need your side people looking out to make sure ain't nobody coming out the bushes. You know what I mean? Now, buffaloes are big, man. So they make noise. They rummaging through. You know, but this is the safari people. This is the preserves, wherever they was at. So you know how these places are. It's filled with big game out there. You know, so you got to be careful regardless. So the sister-in-law was probably just showing love to her brother because he made a business out of it. He was a professional hunter and he guided people. People came out there to pay for his services. He knew where it was at. He knew. So I guess maybe he treated the buffaloes a different way. I don't think he was out there like the rhino guy just hunting to sell the rhino horns for $900 a pound. Now, I think dude was out there. I think it was a little bit different. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But you're right. It's still an innocent buffalo that didn't deserve it. So, you know. But I understand where the sister's coming from. Now people make livings out there. That's how them hunters out there make living. But some of them use that meat to feed the villagers. You know what I mean? If you're using the meat to make sure people are eating, then I salute. I'm down with that. If you're just doing it to steal horns and to put a head on your cabin wall, then I don't rock with that, people. Okay, next. When a hunter becomes the hunter. You know what? That's for real, man. When a hunter becomes the hunter, you out there hunting, man, be careful. You know what I mean? Because when a hunter becomes the hunter, you out there, everybody's out there hunting the animals, right? So how you get snuck up on like that? That's the only part I'm not understanding. How you get snuck up on like that? Now, before we had a case where other dudes was out there, but he was with his buddies. But this one say that, he was out there leading a group, But for him to be of that profession and been doing it for years and to know the area more than anybody, how did the hunter get hunted like that? But I think maybe that buffalo had some baby buffaloes on the side. Maybe baby buffs was running around. And that buffalo was like, nah, y'all too close. Let me run this guy up out of here. You know what I mean? Because if you already killed the member of the herd, that means the other members of the herd already dispersed. They already did do. They beat it. They was up on out of there. You know what I mean? So I'm not really understanding how the hunter actually became the one that was being hunted by this buffalo. So I've never hunted in my life. I've never been out there, So I really wouldn't know the scenario or the situation. But the sister-in-law said they was all together. So definitely, the hunter definitely became the hunter on this one. All right, next. Hot Quest, were they drinking out there after the first kill? To tell you the truth, I don't know. But I'm sure they probably was. Now, some people go out there. The high is good enough sometimes. You know what I mean? Like nature is a good enough high sometimes, man. And that's what people that don't live life like that. That's what people don't understand. People think you need drugs, but sometimes these people get high off living life, jumping out of an airplane, with a parachute on, climbing Mount Everest. Sometimes these people are just straight up sober, man, because they get high. Their addiction is that rush. You know what I mean? So I don't know if these people were out there drinking. This is Africa, so it's probably hot out there. There's probably flies and mosquitoes, but that's dude's land. Dude know that area. So I don't know if other people was drinking, but he was probably cool. He was probably content. He was probably focusing more on gutting that buffalo to help the others. You know what I mean? Because I guess the more you gut, the more chip you'll get. So say they're like, hey, I want this, I want that. Trying to get the pieces situated. He was leading a tour, so I'm sure they paid extra if you did this or paid extra if you do that for them. If they don't want to skin it themselves or something like that. Well, can you cut me this piece of that piece and bag it up for me? I'm not sure, but they was getting ready for the trucks. I don't even know if they was doing all of that while they was out there in nature and say, hey, if we going to bloody up the place, let's just get it bloody out here and then put the remains in the truck. After we got them here first. I'm not sure, but I don't even know if they was drinking or not. All right, next, I bet his buddies would think twice about hunting again. To tell you the truth, yeah, I know I would think twice, man. I know I would think twice. Now, I know he's a professional guy, but I would think twice. Even if I didn't know this guy and if I was a hunter, I'd think twice about being out there like that, man. Especially if I'm hunting for no reason. Now, if we hunting deer to get deer meat, that way we eating deer all year round, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Then that's what it is, Or if you helping your community eat, like, all right, we catch deer or rabbit, and we pass out deer meat or rabbit meat throughout the community, that way the community's eating, okay, I salute, I take my hat off. But if you just a hunter out there hunting just to be hunting, if alligators are running loose in the community, okay, cool, catch them, take them to the Everglades and release them. If you live in India and you got these tigers, these Siberia tigers in India running around snatching people from the villages, okay, they need to go. Get the hunting party together and take care of those type of animals that's coming in and snatching up villages. But besides that, I think every hunter needs to think twice about what they're doing. You know what I mean? Okay, last question. Hot question. Condolences to his family, but I can't blame the buffalo. Now, definitely, condolences to the man family. His sister-in-law was the one talking. Okay, so I guess he was a provider, man. I guess this dude provided for his people, for his sister-in-law, for the household, man. So condolences to them, man. Rest in peace to this dude. He lived nature. He lived that nature life. You know what I mean? I don't think he was out there raping, robbing, and home invading people. He lived that nature life, and he did it, I guess, in bounds to be considered a professional hunter. I guess he was in bounds. I don't think he was out there poaching. I think it was legal, and I guess it was in bounds for tourist rights, but as long as you do good by that animal, like I said, make sure you using it to feed the village and things like that. So definitely shout out to the buffalo as well, though, because the buffalo was like, hold on now, you didn't came up in here, You didn't gun one of the members of the herd. Now, what if somebody said, there go another buffalo, shoot him? You think a person is just out there to kill one buffalo? Nah, those people probably like, let's kill as many as we can. You know what I mean? Let's all take a picture. That one's bigger. Let's kill that one. You know what I mean? So definitely, condolences to the family. Rest in peace to him. And I hope the people that was out there with him, they went on a tour. If they was out there just touring around, they need to stay their butts at home, people. That man was out there because y'all was out there. He was touring y'all around because y'all thought this is the fun way to spend money. Let's go out there and let's go hunting and on a tour and have this dude. So he wouldn't have a business if y'all people wasn't out there just for the, ooh, look at this. Now, if you want to go out there and camp, go out there and camp out. Then if something come rushing you, then you shoot to kill. But go out there and camp out. Take pictures of the nature. You don't have to kill the nature. You know what I mean? I'd rather you tranquilize the buffalo for 15 minutes. Take your pictures. 15 minutes later, dip on out. So when the buffalo wake up, that buffalo go ahead and finish going back to the herd. That's what I prefer. But anyway, that's my show for the day, folks. I'm not running on no PETA stuff, That was just my show. I felt that we had to cover that. So definitely, much love to the people that did survive. I hope they get through it, and don't suffer from anxiety and things like that. And if you're a hunter, please just watch yourself while you're out there. Make sure you're legally hunting and you're doing it for the right purpose. But anyway, that's our show for the day, folks. I'm going to get up out of here. And make sure you hit that subscribe button because soon we're going to be doing plenty of lives. We'll be running into different topics. We're just going to be doing the people. So definitely hit the subscribe button, folks. I appreciate that. 1.